Okay guys, we are going to go over bird dogs. This is another foundational core strength. If you master bird dogs, it means you're mastering your core, which is very important, and we love core strength. It's our foundation, everything. So, from the bird dog, you're going to start in all fours. We call this tabletop position. Hands are directly underneath your shoulders, your knees are directly underneath your hips, and your toes are flexed for tabletop here. In this position, what we're working on is getting a pelvic tilt where you're drawing up and in with your core, and we're flattening out the spine. This one can be difficult to find where your pelvic tilt is and where your core engagement is. And that's just because a lot of times when people draw in their core here into neutral, where the back is now flat and engaged, it feels like this. You feel that way, but you actually are just flat. So this is where it can be really helpful to use a mirror, have it on the side of you, so when you're doing these, you can check your position to see, am I in extension, which is here, or am I in flexion, which is here? Okay, so in that position, you really want to make sure you find where that neutral is, and you pull the ribs down, and you draw the belly button up and in. This is the starting point. There's a lot of variations to bird dog. We're just doing basic bird dogs to start, which is going to be opposite arm, opposite leg. So maintaining that plank in your core, you're going to lift and press out the arm, the opposite leg, and bring it back, set it back down. From here, take your breath in, same side, bring it back in. Your breath sequence is breathing out when you lengthen, and you're going to breathe in when you come back. I do not recommend alternating this when you start because it's much better to focus on one side at a time. So do your reps here and then switch and do reps on the other side. You'll notice if one side is more unstable than the other. It also just keeps you at a better awareness with your core. So from here, we're going to draw up and in. Lengthen, bring it back in. When you lengthen, this is the most important part of up and in. You want to make sure you're flat and you're not rotating your hips or collapsing into your other arm. We're trying to keep our lines very controlled and very tight. By staying close to the floor, you're able to get better control of your core. As you get more advanced, you can start to lift up off the floor. So you're here, where you're pushing up through this lat, you're engaging your core, you're longer. What we don't want to do in these lines is get up into this position. Now I am dumping my pelvis, I am extending in my low spine, and I'm not using my core at all. This is the most common thing I find with clients is this. They just go right into it and they think they're doing it right, but it hurts their low back because it just compresses the spine. So, set up in your tilt, take your breath in, breathe out, lengthen, stay close to the ground to start. You should not feel any rotation, any work anywhere. This should just be deep, stabilizing work. Okay? It can be difficult at first to get the feeling that you're doing these right, but just be patient and be very disciplined and go slow. You've got this.